This one, it's a, why I am here is I am not promote the company also, right? But I am the man who formulated that. So I want to give the scientific aspect of it. It's not a food. It's not a food supplement. Then what does it contain? That's it. Honeyman. I want to give one statement from the honeyman. He was a man who broke the complete professional egoism. And when the chance was given to him, he made a wonderful research. And finally he was postulating all his inventions, all his research works. He said the efficacy of the homeopathic medicine is literally depending upon the quantity of vital energy possessed in the human body. That's why homeopathy, after getting a wonderful research outburst, still it earned one bad name. It is a slow acting one. It's not acting so fast like that. It is not like that. It is that quantity of vital energy you possess in your body which decides the rapid onset of the action of the drug. In India, children and women, they get wonderful results with homeopathy when compared with men. You know why? In all the homeopathic clinics, you can able to see a big crowd of women and children. But the husbands will go for other medical systems. You know why? Women and children, they have a better vital energy than comparing with men. Because they don't go for the outside food, they don't take alcohol, most probably in India, and they don't smoke. All these things will make them to have a better vital energy when compared with men. That's why homeopathy is proving it. It's getting a wonderful results with women and children. When the question was raised to Honeyman, what we as a homeopath, what we should do when we come across a patient with very low vital energy. As a homeopath, what we are supposed to do? Honeyman gave a wonderful answer. If you are treating a client with homeopathic medicine for 15 days or 1 month, and the second course, the patient comes and reports you, there is no improvements. And again you search for the right medicine. The right medicine comes the same medicine what you have prescribed already. And you search for the right potency. Yes, the potency is perfect. Then you search for the company, reliability of the company from where you procure the medicine. Yes, that is also reliable. Everything is fantastic. Right medicine, right potency, right reliable company. Prescribe once again the same medicine. Then the patient comes back and says after a month, sir, no improvements. Then that's the time you understand the quantity of the vital energy possessed by that particular individual is not sufficient enough for the homeopathic medicine to prove its action. Then how to do? In that case, what I am supposed to do as a homeopath? That's what the question forwarded to Honeyman. The answer given by the Honeyman made him different, made him to rise as a very big master. The answer given by Honeyman is, if you come across such a patient with very low vital energy and homeopathic medicine are not working there, kindly divert the patient to the other system of medicine. Kindly divert them to some other system of medicine. Don't try with the same homeopathy again. It means that you are trying to show your professional egoism there. You want to try with the homeopathy only. No, give the chance to other systems. Let the patient go and have a very good life with some other system. That the patient, the ultimate aim of the medical profession is to achieve the cure, nothing more than that. Patient is ready to undergo anypathy. Anypathy, for him it's okay. He wants the cure, that's all. So, vital energy is a primary part. It's a fundamental part which decides whatever the therapy we give, how much results we are going to get. That's why the dice rolls always. The probability is always there. I tried this therapy for 10 clients. Out of 10, 6 got the result. 4 were not gaining the result. We always take the 6 is okay, fine. I got result with 6 people and fantastic. And what about the 4? Couldn't get the result. Then considering those 4 clients, what you are going to say? My therapy is not good. My system is not good. It's not like that. It's their vital energy. See, if a student gets 30 marks in an examination, 35 is a pass mark for any subject. You can add 5 marks here and there and let him pass. If he gets only 5 marks, can you put 30 marks to him? No, that's the thing. The vital energy is a fundamental part. Then what can be done for the vital energy? How to improve the vital energy in the body? If the vital energy is once improved, definitely any therapy will work with him so comfortably. With one, if you say that it's a 5 sittings, with one sitting he will become fantastically alright. You will add credit to your practice. Then how to increase the vital energy? If you go for that, you should know what are all the factors played a vital role in bringing this vital energy down. The factors influencing the vital energy. You should know which are all the factors brought this vital energy down. Then only you can able to raise it up again. The researchers again and again proved that there are only 2 factors which influence the vital energy of a human body. One is food, the man what he eats. And the second thing is the lifestyle. Dr. Girish was saying a lot about it in the morning. So food and lifestyle are the 2 factors which are influencing literally the quantity of vital energy possessed in the body. So you should know to reinstall the vital energy to a considerable level by changing the food and lifestyle. Today what's the situation now? 2 generations before, we were calling the diabetic as a rich man's disease. Within 2 generations, everything is gone. Now diabetic has become a common man's problem and is a household thing. If you are 40 plus, definitely you will be carrying some diabetic medicine in you. So that's the situation. Great improvement, great development within 2 generations. Because the knowledge about the food, what our forefathers were practicing just 2 generations before, that was a day, especially in South India, where people used to say, "Inneki enga veetla arsi sorunga." Do you remember that? "Inneki enga veetla arsi sorunga." What does it mean? Rice was not a prime food to be eaten every day. It was maybe taken 1 or 2 days. The richest carbohydrate containing food, that too in a very careful way. They never boil any of the other millets. Only when they cook the rice, they boil the rice, they filter it, they take the maximum carbohydrate out. Those techniques are being practiced. Now we invented the cooker. Those carbohydrates are not taken. All the carbohydrates dumped inside. And the same, all the millets we have vanished. We simply taking only rice. The rice was taken with the cooker. And on the remaining part, the rice, they make it a flour and put it in the fridge. Make idli in the morning, night dosa. Finish. Only rice. I don't want any other millets. So dumped all the 3 times with a lot of carbohydrate. A day came. Body started struggling and body started saying, "I am not in a position to handle the carbohydrate anymore. Give me a break. Give me a break." Even in that moment also we are not ready to change. We say, "I am taking a pill, I am going for again 2 idlis in the morning." So it's a situation, it's a matter of lack of awareness about what we eat and how we eat has made the whole vital energy to get ruined completely. So vital energy is a primary thing. So my search for this as a naturopathic practitioner for the past 22 years. From the day 1, Dr. Girish inaugurated my clinic. It was a search in me. Which part of your body plays a vital role? Which organ in my body plays a vital role? Is taking complete command over the remaining. I classified simply into two, the whole organs into 2. One is the organs which get the food, which get the which are the dependent organs, and one part, the other part is they are suppliers. The suppliers and the dependents. Who are all the dependents here? The dependent list includes the heart, brain, kidney, every organ for that. And who is the supplier? Who is the supplier? For the healthy survival and existence of a cell, it needs nothing but 2. One is oxygen other one is micronutrient. That's all. The oxygen, I am getting it through my nose. Again, the blood carries it from my lung. And the nutrient, I am getting it from my small intestine, where the absorption takes place. So, this one tract, if I go to the lung, I am taking a lot of oxygen inside. Is it enough by doing more oxygen intake? Can I pump more oxygen into my blood? It means by doing a pranayama or by any other breathing exercise. It's not that how much oxygen you take inside. How much oxygen is being exchanged in the lung, that is more important. Otherwise, the quantity you intake, the oxygen, the same oxygen will be sent out. Who decides it? How much oxygen is getting into my blood? Who decides? Again, the blood. If the blood is more toxicated, according to naturopathy, we believe the accumulation of toxic matter in the system is the cause of disease. The more toxicated blood, oxygen cannot penetrate. So the toxicity of the blood again is increased. That the alkalinity of the blood is totally disturbed by one factor, that is the food, what's coming inside the blood. Everything is happening in one single tube. The food is getting digested here, put into the stomach, digested here, absorbed in the small intestine, whatever the residues is thrown out from the large intestine. So I can say it's a single tube secret. So this is the one tube which supplies the nourishment into the blood. Whatever happens in this single tube is going to decide the quality of my blood. And the quality of my blood, from which each and every organ of my body, each and every cell of my body is going to get nourished. That quality of my blood is going to decide how much oxygen is going to get entered into my bloodstream from the lung. It's all literally depending upon the quality of blood, which is decided by this one single tube. What is happening in this tube? So, in my version, I can say this one single tube, that GI tract from mouth to anus, just one single tube. From my version, I can say it is the mother which supplies food to all the children. So, mother should be kept healthy in a family. If the mother is healthy, she can cook and give very good foods to all the children. If the mother is ill, what will happen? Now the condition is everybody's mother is ill. We lost our GI tract. No digestion, only indigestion. No proper absorption, malabsorption. Then naturally followed by malassimilation, and no proper elimination, that's constipation. So this one single tube, that is mother, which is the deciding authority of the quality of my blood, is literally ill to me. So in my version, what I decided is, I must reinstall the mother first. Then the mother will take care of all the children naturally. So I was working on this mother, how to reinstall the mother. Then what has to be given? Can I go for right foods? Okay, I can go for very fantastic, organically grown, everything. So medical properties containing lot of rich nutritive foods, everything. But if I bring all those nutritive foods and organic foods there, mother is already not there. How the mother can digest the good food? So it's ruled out. Of course, I would have maintained it very healthy long before. Now I am a patient. We are all in bad shape. All the patients are in bad shape. Now no good food can help me because the mother is not there. If you bring an organic rice to a mother, basmati rice, mother says, I am ill now. Keep it there, I can't work. Then if I bring the food supplement, oh, wonderful food supplement to protect my heart. Wow, wonderful food supplement to take care of my brain. Wow, wonderful supplement to take care of my kidneys. Again, it has to undergo the same fate. It has to be digested. It has to be absorbed. It has to be eliminated again. So the same fate will be there for all the food as well as the food supplements. Then how to reinstall it without the support of food, without the support of food supplements? The only thing, is, if you say herbal medicine, again the medicine also it has to undergo the same phase. In pharmacology, we call it as pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. The action of drug on the body and action of body on the drug. Which is first? The drug works on the body or body works on the drug? Which is happening first? Which is happening first? The body has to work on the drug. Body has to digest the drug. Body has to absorb the drug. Then comes the bioavailability in the blood. Then we call it as Cmax and Tmax, everything. And everything comes after this digestion of this, again, digestion and absorption. Without that, again, the absorption medicine is in problem. That's why when we try with a lot of medicines, already it's in the problem, mother is in problem, we treat with medicine and it creates more problem. That's why it's a story goes as a never-ending one. Then how to treat it? How I'm going to reinstall the mother without the support of food supplement and medicine? The only thing what I felt is energy. I need energy. From whom I have to take the energy? From whom I have to take the energy? Is it from cosmic? Yes, no other. Mata was giving a lot of explanations right from yesterday about energy. So, energy. Through whom I can receive it? Who can become a better media? Who can become a better medium to provide a rich amount of energy into my body? If I go for a pranic healer or Reiki healing, why the difference comes among the 10 Reiki healers? This with him is okay, with him is little good, he is very good, he is excellent. Why the difference comes? It depending upon the quality of the medium. What sort of person, what sort of medium he is. The water flows through a pipe from this end, from that end. If there is a hole in between, lot of holes between, what will happen? When it ends at the end, the quantity put in will not be reaching there. We will be receiving only very less quantity when compared with what it is. So it's all depending upon the pipe and the holes, number of holes in it. So who can become a better medium here to provide me the energy which doesn't require any digestion, absorption, elimination, nothing else. Simply poured into the system and mother is getting reinstalled, then we forget it, system can take care of itself. Then I need a medium. That medium I was searching. The whole energy from the cosmos is represented by two identities. One is the animal kingdom. One entity is the animal kingdom. Another entity is the plant kingdom. Whenever there is an energy deficiency in a human body or any animal's body, we have to go to the no other go, plant kingdom. So, how to take the energy from the plant? See, we are talking about, Dr. Girish was saying about the curcumin. It's a wonderful concept. If I add that curcuma longa, that is a turmeric in my food, then it turns into a food for me. Every kitchen we have that turmeric. It's a food. If I take it in the form of a curcumin, the active ingredient of the curcuma longa, then it turns into a food supplement. I need a food or food supplement here. Both have the same fate when my mother is ill. Both have very little influence. I need energy. I need energy from Azadirachta indica. You know Azadirachta indica? Garpamaram. The active ingredient is azadiractin. Am I going to use the azadirachta here? Am I going to use the azadiractin here? Or the energy, what is stored inside? No, I want the energy. I don't want azadirachta indica or azadiractin. I want the energy. How to extract the energy from a plant? That is the thing. That's what Paracelsus, Dr. Chalazin, Dr. Declay, those great scientists of those days, they have done a great job. By a technique called cohobation, they mastered the art of extracting the energy form of the energy body of a plant. Not the physical constituent, not the visible physical constituent. That invisible part of the plant must be extracted when you work with the medicine. That part they have mastered. So, from the plant, they have mastered the technique to extract the energy part. You know what energy it is? Today, we all say, I am not in a position to live like my forefather. They lived in a wonderful way. My grandmas, who lived in those days, 2 generations before, gave birth to 12 kids comfortably, taking care of their daughters and granddaughters. But now what's the status now? For having a 1 kid, we are roaming and searching for a better fertility clinics. And after getting conceived, it is not assured to take the baby up to 9 months. At any time it may abort. Or even if you land up at 9th month, normal delivery is not assured. Even if you get the normal delivery at that point, then the sufficient milk circulation is not assured. In that way, our quality of life is there. If you ask anybody why your quality of life is so weak and poor, has become within 2 generations, why you could not able to live like your forefathers, the simple answer comes, oh, in those days they don't have the pollution. They were living comfortably, pure water, pure air, everything is pure. Today we are living in a most polluted environment. That's why we could not able to rise like them. Is it true? Is it true or not? Is it true or not? Thank you. But can you tell me any of one, we are all the alternative medical practitioners, which herb is prescribed for any liver disorder, especially jaundice? Which herb we are using? Kidanel, Chilidonium metis. Chilidonium metis. Kidanel. And Kidanel, now we all know, we are all the practitioners, fine. But if you go and ask a layman outside the seminar, he will also say that Kidanel is how the layman came to know about the Kidanel's efficacy in curing the jaundice? How he knows it? How he knows it? Like this, many things came, but nothing stood in the mind. Only Kidanel stands there. How come? It is the efficacy of the Kidanel itself to prove its wonderful medical property in treating the liver to that extent, so that a common man knows about it. It is a great challenge given by the Kidanel. It has proven itself. No alternative. India's export market in software industry is literally competed by the herbal exports. They both stand equal. It means what? It means what? Still, the herbals are working so comfortably. They are proving their medical efficacies. Now, can you say, in those days, Kidanelis were grown in a pollution-free environment. That's why they have worked so beautifully. Nowadays, they are grown in a polluted environment. That's why they won't give the same result. Can you say that? No. No. Kidaneli can able to prove its action wonderfully. Not only Kidaneli, for that matter, any herb, any plant in this year has never lost its medical property or lifespan even because of this pollution. They have simply won the pollution with one sense, with one single overview. But with all 6 senses, we simply blame on the pollution. We blame on the pollution. What is the speciality in it? What's the speciality in it? They can able to withstand everything, all the pollutions, all the high temperatures, everything. In the midst of the April month, at the 40-degree temperature in Chennai, if you go below a tree, what you are going to get? You will get a wonderful air-conditioned thing. They can able to give a lot of energy to you. They can able to withstand all the circumstances. No pollution has touched them. How they have won the pollution? In Tamil they used to say Anda Tiluladan, Pinda Tiluladan. We bring the 5 element theory. Those 5 element theory, establishing a proper balance, equilibrium between the elements outside and the element inside, is being well maintained by the plant kingdom. That's why they can able to withstand everything. We lost the balance with the 5 elements externally. That's why we are struggling today. How they have withstood everything? Because of the proper equilibrium maintained by them between the outside 5 elements and the inner 5, macrocosmos and microcosmos. That's all. How they are maintaining it? Among the 5 elements, we all know the 5 elements, no? Air, water, fire, and then what is the fifth one? What is the fifth one?
Cosmic.
Space, ether, whatever you want. Are we getting that fifth element today? Are we getting all the 5 elements today? All the 4 elements remaining all the 4 elements you can get. But for the ether, if you want to receive, it is there. Wind Shakti, we call it as Wind Shakti. You can get it only when it comes down. Science has proven me. That is, it comes down after the sun sets. By the mid of the night, by 12 to 3, it occupies the 1/2 of the globe. Completely, that is the dark part, night parts. By 3 o'clock again, it starts going up. They say the time to receive the ether is between the sunset and the midnight. Midnight, that's all. After 3 o'clock, when the sun rays comes in, it goes up. You know the plants, simply, they say during the night you are not supposed to go beneath the plants. Why? You are not supposed to sleep beneath the plants, beneath the trees in the nights. Why? We talk about the gaseous respiratory pattern, change in the respiratory pattern of the plants. But from the energy part, during the daytime, they liberate energy to the environment. That's why we are getting refreshed when you go beneath the tree. But during the day, the night time, after the sunset, they never give energy to the environment. They start sucking energy from the environment because the fifth element has come now. Those plants which take the fifth element, properly maintaining all the balance between the 5 elements and properly maintain the equilibrium with the existing macrocosmos 5 elements, they stood fantastically against all the problems and pollutions and high temperatures, everything. In those days, the same life was there for us. There was no electricity. We used to go for the sleep immediately after the sunset. There was no eating lifestyle. Only by 6 everything was over. 7:30 we go to bed. The same thing was happening. Highly energized body with all 5 elements. No deficit in the elements. Our forefathers are waking up by 4 o'clock in the morning. Very simply, with a lot of energy. Today what happened? Even if same thing is happening in some of the villages in Kerala, if you go to the peaks of mountains where we call them the Malevard Makkal, they still follow the same lifestyle and living comfortably with all balanced 5 elements. Now what happens to us is we stop sleeping in the nights. We go to late night sleeping. All food habits, everything spoiled. The plants, though such a wonderful, perfectly stored energy, the vital energy of a plant must be completely taken out when you are staying in an imbalanced state. That should be given as a medicine, not the curcuma longa as a powder, not the curcuma longa as a curcumin, not azadirachtin. It's something beyond. The energy, the 5 elements stored perfectly in the plant must be extracted outside and given. Then no need for digestion. Simply the energy flows into the body and it restores the system. That art was literally tried and mastered by the Paracelsus, Celesio and Dickey. And they have mastered it. In that concept, certain plants were being selected. Which plants? The plants which play a vital role in reinstalling this particular part, the mother, GI system. The plants which contain the medical property, that particular energy to act on the digestive system. Particular energy in certain plants will work on the absorptive mechanism of the small intestine. The plants which play a vital role in the elimination mechanism. The plants play a vital role in stimulating the liver, spleen and pancreas. That's it. If that is selected, and from that plant, without extracting the physical constituents, we extract the energy parts, and those energy parts are being stored in the bottle and given. So, then when it is given, need not want to take inside for months. Take 1 liter of water, 5 or 10 drops in it, just drink it as you drink your water regularly and see the miracle happen. That's the thing we have done. It is not the physical constituent, it is the energy received, extracted from the plants which work on this GI tract. It is being completely extracted through the technique called coagulation. And that wonderful part is being made as a supplement, not supplement, as an energy drink. It is not a food, it's not a food supplement. It's an energy drink. That is metabolic. Once the mother is restored, she takes care of everything.